Oh, hello there. Hope you're all doing good today. I sure am. Welcome back, my brave new princesses and princesses to Love at First Sight. It's been a bit since I've been able to play this because the last 2 Fridays I've had have been with people, and it's been driving me nuts. So, Sunday comes. On the days when we don't have school, I usually go hang out with Tomo and Akemi. Today, though, seems Akemi's busy, so instead I'm at Tomo's house browsing through his books. So yeah, welcome back. We will be playing this until we beat it. And then we're going to be beating Cuphead today, hopefully. So, Tomo has a minor collection of pretty interesting manga and novels, and it's not too unusual that we'd hang out in this very room now and then. Is Akemi still doing things with her club? Ballet club, right? No, she's at a birthday party for some third-year student she knows. Man, she's got a big network of friends. It's because she's both adventurous and kind-hearted. She does have that kind of personality, but she's also pretty, and she's good at studying and sports. That's probably what makes her so popular. Probably. Isn't she bothered by that? If she is, I've never heard her say so. Now I know I've given Tomori a smoker's voice. He's not. I just don't know what other voice I give him. Maybe I could give him a southerner voice. As usual, he doesn't go into detail. The fact that he only replies with such a non-committal answer is aggravating, so I try to probe him for more. Aren't you two going out? What's that supposed to mean? Oh no, I'm not mocking you or anything. The way you two are close, I honestly thought you two were going out at first. We've just known each other for a long time. Do you want to? Who cares? Anyway, what about you? It looks like you've got a crush of your own. Pretty unusual for Tomo to change the topic so bluntly like that. Pointing that out might be bad. So I'd let it slide. How can you think you have a crush on Akemi? Not her. Don't you have a thing for the one-eyed girl in the first year classes that you are trying so hard to become friends with? Don't give him that voice instead. You mean Sachi? Indeed. Getting close to the girl with no friends who's bullied at school. If you're not doing it out of Akemi's level of random kindness, poking your nose into that girl's business is only going to cause trouble. What are you trying to achieve? Do you have a crush on her or something? That's, no? Come to think of it, I've never considered why I want to get closer to Sachi so badly. I was about to say Akemi, rip me. Maybe I just got involved because I pitied her, like Tomo said, rather than out of kindness of my own heart. I guess you don't even know yourself. I'm feeling uneasy with the silence I've created between us. I blurt out the first thing that comes to my mind. Probably right. I suppose there's no need to answer like that, though. So, anyway, what's going on with her? Oh, I ended up walking back to her house with her so I could give her the manga all at once. To her house? That's pretty daring. After that, I tell him about the time I spent with Sachi so far. And though I was a little hesitant when I started, as I go on telling Sachi's story, I reflect on it all and realize I've actually been having a good time. It's not like we did anything especially fun, but I've enjoyed talking with her still. Am I really doing this because I have some kind of crush on her? But I feel like that's not an easy question to answer, so I try to shake it from my mind. It's not like I need to answer right now anyway. Monday, the beginning of the school week. I normally have to drag myself out of the house, my brain heavy with gloom and drowsiness, but today I'm feeling a little more different as I walk down the street. Usually I make a beeline towards school, but instead I'm straying from my normal path to take another nearby street. It's not like a big loss of time, but since the fastest way to school is to go straight ahead from my house, I don't normally use this road. Of course, it's not like I'm just choosing to go this way for no reason, and I can go faster if I take the streets without any people on them. And of course, if it's unlikely, I thought if I go this way, I might As I walk on, I see a figure ahead of me. The torn uniform, the messy hair, the slim build, and of course, the bandages on her head. There's no mistaking of who it is in front of me, Sachi. I try to catch up. I speed up to catch her and nudge her shoulder. Hey, morning. Sachi turns towards me with a startled look in her face, no doubt for my sudden appearance. I guess I should have expected that kind of reaction. Senpai. Why are you here? Sorry for sneaking up on you. My house is right near here. I mentioned that, didn't I? The route I normally take is just one street over. Oh, really? Yep, and I took the street hoping to see you. I don't think I actually would, though. Would you mind if I walked to school with you? No. Doesn't really show in her expression, but I think I hear a little excitement in her voice. Might just be my imagination, though. How was your weekend? Did you read the manga I lent you? Oh, yes. I've already finished parts of the 2 series you lent me. Both of them were really good. Her tones aren't characteristically lively. She's wearing a cheerful expression I've never seen until now, but her good mood kind of rubs off on me too. I'm glad then. I thought I would return the books I'm already finished with, so I brought them with me today. I said you could take your time, didn't I? Are you sure? Of course. What should I give you next? Oh, actually, which of those did you like best? Both were good. But I like this one the best, the one with the boy you can see ghosts. That reminds me... Okay. Anyway, that reminds me of a story I read called Seer of Shadows. It's a book by this author named Avi. You guys should go read it. It's basically sort of the same thing, only a camera. As we continue walking and talking about the manga context, this goal comes into view. Sachi's been fairly talkative on the way there, holding an actual conversation with me. Carrying all that manga with her was definitely worth it if it makes her that happy. We're already here, huh? I usually walk to school alone, but this is more fun. Yeah. While we were talking, she was still keeping her eye out for people, but I noticed that she was mostly focusing on me. As we enter the school where there are more prying eyes, however, she starts keeping her head down and walking on the side of the path, trying to stay out of sight. Is there at least some way I can help her feel more comfortable? If I have time, I think I'll take the same street again today. If we're lucky, maybe we can go home together again, as long as you don't mind, that is. I don't mind or anything. I'd like being able to talk with you, senpai. Really? I'm glad to hear it. Oh, I need to change my shoes 1 second. Right, me too. Looking ahead, Sachi suddenly slows her pace and hides behind me as much as she can, like she's trying to disappear. I shift my gaze in the direction she was looking to see a lone girl passing in front of the first year shoe rack. Oh. Her hair is dyed blonde and she's wearing a short skirt. Even though we're a ways away from her, I can see the sour look on her face. Wait, is that the Sadakawa girl? I asked this quietly as I look at my shoulder while still trying to keep Sachi hidden. You know her? No. I've only heard rumors about her. As I'm working out how to talk about this with Sachi, the bell rings. The girl I'm pretty sure Sadakawa hears that and heads to her class. It's a good thing we weren't in a hurry. We just barely missed her as it is. Looks like she's already gone. Sachi, you need to get going too, don't you? Sachi probably doesn't want to continue this line of conversation. Make sure Saikawa is definitely gone, and with a sigh of relief, nod to Sachi. Oh, yeah, right. Let me join you for lunch again. See you later. Okay, see you. So that was the infamous Sadakawa Rui, huh? Since I've never actually talked to her, I can't say for sure. Sorry, I'm typing this one at the same time. This is great. This is fantastic multitasking. But I can tell from just looking at her that she has an aggressive personality. Making friends with Sachi is going good and all, but I should probably find out what I can about Sadakawa as well. Morning classes are over and it's lunchtime now. However, it's only Tomo and me in the empty classroom today. I planned on asking Tomo about Sadakawa based on how scared Sachi was just from seeing her. There's no doubt in my mind that Sadakawa is the one bullying her. Wait, where's Akemi? She had some business in the faculty room. She should be here soon. I see. Perfect. Before she gets there, there's something I wanted to ask you. What's up? Well, first, if we only have until Akemi comes back, I probably won't be able to go into detail about much. I wanted to know about the girl you mentioned before, the first year student Sadakawa. As soon as we started talking about her, Akemi got really quiet. So I figured it'd be better to ask when she's not around. You said you met her in the past? That's what you want, huh? Well, it's not like it's a secret. I suppose we met her 2 years ago. When Akemi and I were in our last year of middle school, Sadakawa transferred into our school. Since we were in different grades, we didn't meet her right away, but even back then she seemed like a fine person and rumors still made their way to us. Still then, Akemi, with her motto of the time being love and peace, went and tried to rehabilitate her. Somehow, I'm not surprised. Well, I didn't say that she succeeded. Sadakawa made fun of her, mercilessly. But even still, Akemi refused to give up. That girl was so stubborn. It finally ended when the two got into a nasty fight. No one tried to stop them. Well, I rushed to intervene, but it's not like Akemi just stood there and took Sadakawa's blows. It looked like Akemi lost her cool, and she fought Sadakawa with everything she had. It's not like it was not something I was expecting from her. What happened to her? It was not just a simple squabble. Akemi's always had good reflexes, and Sadakawa seemed to have just a lot of experience in fights. They kicked and punched, and naturally, when they started using their knees and elbows, I had to stop them. I never would have guessed if Akemi would be able to fight. Even I didn't know she could. I've known her for a long time. I saw a side of her I never knew existed that day. Did Sadakawa say something to make Akemi so angry? Really, I think that when Sadakawa punched her for her the first time, she flipped the switch inside Akemi. I guess when Akemi snapped, she really snapped. So after the fight, Akemi became really depressed and was a totally different person for a while. Because she didn't win. If I had to guess, I'd say it wasn't because she lost. Rather, I think the fact that she couldn't change Sadakawa came as a huge shock to her. What do you mean? Akemi is really good at becoming friends with people. You noticed that, haven't you? Yeah. But how gloomy or rebellious a person is, or how different their interests are to Akemi's, you can always find something to be friendly about. But Sadakawa was not having any of that. After that day, whenever she got depressed, it was because she had come in contact with Sadakawa again. That's also surprising. Akemi always seemed like the type to look forward no matter what. Well, the old Akemi was a real wimp, at least. If she could try to make up with Sadakawa at some point, I think that might cheer her up. Those two are like oil and water. I can't force her to do that. No one can. I suppose it's best not to talk about Sadakawa in front of her then? Unless she brings it up herself, then yeah, I think that's wise. At least until she has a change of heart. I think Akemi will find her own way to deal with it. Think so? Yeah, it seems like you might want to ask around about Sadakawa and Sachi's relationship. If you want, I could try asking around to see what people say. Recent information about Sakawa might be more use to you than information about her past. Really? Yeah, that would be useful information to have. I appreciate your help. I guess both of us are helping Sachi out of our own ways, even if Tomo is not directly involved. I know I can rely on him for this, especially since he's has a lot more connections than I do. Akemi and I will gather any info we hear. Sakawa doesn't seem to be as violent as she was before, but think it doesn't seem like Sachi-chan is asking for help either. Plus, I think Adako is the only one bullying Sachi-chan. One victim and one tormentor. They wouldn't stand out too much. Most of the students outside of their class probably don't know anything about it. One of the other students and teachers think... Whatever, okay, sorry. I doubt they will know the whole story. Even if they suspect what's going on, they'll most likely turn a blind eye to it, since no one wants to get involved with in that. So in other words, as it stands, no one's going to lift a finger to help Sachi. Precisely. Well done, if no one else is involved, resolving this shouldn't be too hard. However the other students think of Sachi, I'm pretty sure they'll turn as blind-eyed to you helping her as they have to Sakawa beating her. If Sakawa is the only one bullying her, I think I should be able to get her to stop. That's assuming she doesn't have any friends in on it with her, of course. We probably could, but I doubt it goes smoothly either way. Sachi has me, and I have you guys. We'll definitely work something out. I hope so. Sorry I'm late, guys. Akemi calls as she barges into the room, her loud voice disturbing the calm of the classroom. I'm starving! Wait, you two haven't eaten yet? Could it be that you're waiting for me? Oh, right. I forgot about my lunch. So you weren't waiting for me then? What should I do? If I take my time eating now, I won't have time to go see Sachi. Why don't you over there? You've become good enough friends with her, haven't you? But Akemi just got here. I was late today, so don't you worry about it. Just hurry up and introduce me to Sachi already. Fine, I get it. But thanks for everything, guys. Everything? Akemi, who hasn't been part of the conversation until now, tilts her head in confusion. Yeah, everything. Anyway, I'm going. Hey. Oh. Maru-senpai, hello. Since I didn't eat part of my lunch, I'm able to meet Sachi a little earlier than last time. As I arrive, I see something unexpected. At first, she's surprised to see me, but surprise soon becomes joy as a smile begins to bloom on her face. Till now, she's always had a downcast look about her. Does that smile mean she likes hanging out with me? I didn't mind to eat lunch before I came. Do you mind if I eat here? I don't mind, that's fine. Once again, I sit down in the same place on the steps. Oh. Sachi, where's your lunch? I already put away my lunchbox. For some reason, she looks away from me as she replies. Lunch break only started a while ago, so it wouldn't be strange if she was still eating when I got here, but I don't see her lunchbox anywhere. She is, however, holding one of the manga I let her borrow and seems to have been rereading it. I start to feel a little uneasy. Even if she's finished eating, she should still have her lunchbox around at least. Where's your lunchbox? Oh, actually I forgot my lunchbox today. Now I'm starting to understand. I'm also starting to understand that she's a terrible liar. Was it the Sadakawa girl? Huh? Why? Bingo. What happened? Well, I wait for an answer, but none comes. Seems she doesn't want to talk about it. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but you haven't had anything for lunch, right? As I study Sachi's troubled face, I realize she thinks I'm blaming her. That'll make this harder to deal with. I can tell from Sachi's reaction to Sakura's name that whatever happened is definitely that girl's fault. Of course, even if she tells me what happened, it's not like I can do anything about it right now. I should worry about what's going on right in front of me. No, but I'm fine, really. I wasn't that hungry anyway. I usually don't eat that much in the first place. That's not really the issue, though. Can't you buy something at the cafeteria? I'll lend you money if you need it. You don't. It's fine. I'm okay, really. Once Sachi has some force in her voice, since she's refusing to let me buy her lunch, she probably won't let me give her part of my own lunch either. But... alright. Oh, wait. I've got my lunch. You want some of that? Huh? No, you really don't have to. I said it's fine. I don't eat too much either, and besides, sitting here next to you and eating while you watch would be really rude. Even if you don't want any food yourself. Move up next to Sachi and open my lunchbox. For a moment, I worry that she'll try to avoid me like she did the first time I sat next to her, but she doesn't do anything like that. She just looks a little uneasy. Are you sure? She still seems reluctant, but as she turns to face me, her stomach lets out a pitiful growl. I know she's just trying to be polite, but she really can't hide how hungry she is anymore. Just ignore that. She shakes her head, ashamed of her rumbling stomach, but she's still not ready to give in. Yes. Oh man. Okay. I know she's not going to relent on her own, so I pick up a small piece of fried egg out of my lunchbox with my chopsticks and hold it up to her mouth. Come on. You're hungry, right? Oh, say ah. Sachi looks back and forth between my face and the chopstick as several seconds pass, but sure enough she surrenders and opens her mouth. There. I saw the piece of egg in her mouth and she starts chewing, her eyes shut tight. Do you like it? Yeah. Great. Next, open up. Present the next bite. I gather between my chopsticks to her. That's enough. I don't want you to have less food because of me. It's really no big deal. Watch Sachi meekly peck at the ends of my chopsticks. I start to feel like a mother bird feeding its chick or something. I can't help but think it's a little cute. She is adorable. Damn, that's enough, really. Wide. Must feel like someone else is controlling my hand. Not that I'm about to stop them. You could at least let me eat by. No, Sachi, you're not eating by yourself. I'm sure this is embarrassing for her. As I keep making her eat, I notice that her cheeks get redder and redder. She's so cute. I've already eaten half your lunch. The rest is yours. She finally says, staring down at her hands. Sure enough, only half of my lunch is left. I suppose so. You sure you don't want any more? Just eat your lunch. So she turns her flushed face away from me. Maybe I overdid it. Sorry. I got carried away. No, it's alright. I was happy that you fed me some of your lunch. I mean, not literally fed me. I mean, I was happy you shared your lunch with me. It's okay. I understand. I wasn't trying to be mean or anything. I know. Anyway, thank you very much. Of course, no problem. I suppose I'll clean up the rest. As I'm supposed to start on what's left of my chopsticks, Sachi stares at the chopsticks. Oh. I should have realized it sooner, but the chopsticks I'm about to eat with are the same ones that I'd just been using a moment ago to put food directly into Sachi's mouth. Sorry, I forgot. That would be have been kind of gross, huh? No, I don't really mind, but if you think it's gross, it might be best to wash them. Don't worry about me, though. I don't really care either. Actually, if you're okay with me using them, I'm gonna go right ahead and eat. I mean, heck, why not? Sure. This is kind of a little too awkward. I eat my food and trying not to think about it too much. Even though I'm trying to focus on eating, I keep catching myself stealing glances at Sachi off the corner of my eye. Sachi opens one of the manga as if to read it, but I notice that for some reason, her eye stays fixed on me as I eat my lunch. However, when I look over at her, our eyes meet. Her cheeks are still red. Is she still embarrassed about me feeding her, or is there another reason? Either way, it's getting really, really hard to focus on eating. Okay, I'm done. As if on cue, the bell rings, marking the end of lunchtime. Really, huh? I guess we did take a while to eat. I guess so. Oh, let me give you the manga I borrowed. I bought all the ones I finished. Cool. I'll pick out the ones in the next ones in the series when I see you again. Thank you. Gather up my empty lunchbox and the manga and start heading down the stairs to my classroom as Sachi follows me. Hey, why don't we walk home together again after school? It's not too much trouble for you. I mean, it's nice to have a friend who lives nearby. Sure, I'd be happy to. Her face lights up with genuine excitement, even though we've only known each other for about a week. I don't know how we ended up doing things like going to and from school and eating lunch together, but if it makes Sachi happy, why do I care how it happened? First of all, if being together makes her happy, then I'm happy too. Because happiness matters. Whew. School is almost over. As I returned to my classroom after lunch, I realized something. I'm happy that we promised to go home together, but we never chose a place to meet before we parted ways. If I wait by the gates like last time, she'll probably come by, but Sachi might also be around. Maybe I should take a peek into their classroom instead. I'm trying to decide. The bell rings, finally signaling the end of the day's classes. I take my bag and hurry towards Sachi's classroom. First down the stairs, but as I reach the first floor, I can see that the first years are already filing out into the hall, and I click my face towards Sachi's classroom. In a moment, I step in front of one of the classroom doors. Someone flies out into me. The impact knocks us both off balance, and just as she's about to go down, I reflexively reach out and catch her. Everything okay? Excuse me, senpai? She just flew into my arms, and who I am now holding onto tightly is none other than Sachi. We stare at each other in astonishment. That music, though. Then I see another student right behind Sachi, who is also looking on in astonishment. Sakura Rui. Did she push Sachi out the door? Now I know she's the reason Sachi had no lunch today. Sakura was surprised suppression and soon turns angry. She glares at me menacingly as she starts to speak. What voice do I give her? Who are you? Some upperclassmen? Yeah, second year. But he doesn't let this get in the way of her anger. Oh, really? Then what are you doing on the first year floor? Came to see Sachi. For a moment, Sakura looks surprised, and again she sizes the two of us up. Sachi regains her balance as she separates herself from me. Then she takes a step back, retreating from Sakura's presence. She's not trying to run away, though. Is it because I'm here? Her eye darts back and forth nervously. Her? Are you starting a freak show, senpai? If you think it's okay to force your friends into freak shows, you're really messed up. That's really pitiful. This girl's more prickly than I imagined. Naturally, my insult just annoys her more. I'm not sure if that actually got to her or not, but she pins a hostile glare on me. Yes, well, excuse me, she really doesn't have any talents to display, and dressing her up as a clown will only disgust people. Of course, you are right. The insincerely polite words that Sakura spits at me are dripping with venom and malice. If this is what Akemi snap, I don't blame her. I think she's more suited to the role of a heroine than a clown. Her? At best, this one-eyed thing that looks like it stepped out of a fairy tale would become some wretched beggar on the streets. Yeah, maybe she did step out of a fairy tale. If I had to guess, I'd say it was Cinderella. She's definitely played with something like an evil stepsister. You know that story, don't you? Oh, that's a good joke. If you're casting parts, I think I'd rather be the fairy godmother who turns the pumpkin into a carriage. Making Cinderella get run over by her carriage would be a pretty neat twist, don't you think? Our duel continues for a while. She's wearing that vicious grin on her face, but the fire in her eyes grows hotter and hotter. I can feel the heat in her stare. I refuse to look away, however, and it feels like the friction in our clashing gazes might set the whole wave. Senpai? So she tugs my sleeve, pulling me back into reality. Several students seem to have gathered around us to watch our fight. Here I am, a lone second-year student in front of the first-year classroom, completely out of place. I should not be drawing this much attention to myself. Sorry. Sachi, let's go. I take Sachi's hand and turn my back to Sadakawa. I'm still pissed, and I want to turn around and go after her again, but Sadakawa stays quiet. Woof. Sorry about that just now. I really made a fool of myself. We leave the school at a hurried pace, but once we're outside of the gates, I ran out of juice. And started heading home, we'd slow down a bit. Oh no, that's okay. You caught me right when you fell, and you protected me from Sarakawa-san. Thank you for that. Hey, it's probably none of my business, but if you're having trouble and you need help, you can ask me anytime. Thank you. Sachi replies after a short pause, looking somewhat puzzled. We might have become friends, but I'm guessing we're not close enough for her to be comfortable trusting me with that sort of thing just yet. You know, anything you need. I just want to help. Okay. By the way, if you like the books I gave you, I have some more from the author. Oh, really? Change the subject to a lighter topic. Going home together should be more fun than this. At the very least, I want to see her smile more while we're together. I think those are the ones I should lend you next. Do you want to read them? Sure, that sounds great. I'll look forward to it. Eat it! Do it! Do it! You goofball. Do it! Yes! 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 I'm sorry. I'm such a nerd. About 2 weeks have passed. I met Sachi for lunch on the stairway that leads up to the roof every day. And she's gone through countless manga and novels. We've also gone to from school together as we could. Sachi hasn't asked for help since the day I offered it to her, but even still, even now, every now and then, I go around to her classroom to meet her. Of course, I try not to draw attention to myself anymore and just go to retrieve Sachi as quickly as I can. Even though Sachi is free from Sarakawa, I think she's still worried about being bullied. There's no especially noticeable change, but Sachi's smile doesn't seem faked, like it did before. Little by little, smiling is becoming more natural for her. What are you smiling about? Today, as always, I arrive home after walking Sachi to her house, and I run into my mom, who seems to have come out to check the mail. Nothing. Is my face portraying what I'm thinking? I try to put on a more neutral expression as I reply. You've been getting up so early these past few weeks. Having fun at school? Something like that. It's not like we've actually been planning to meet up in the morning. We just keep getting lucky, I guess. But yes, it does mean I have been getting to school earlier than I used to. The main reason I'm leaving early is that I'd hate to be let the chance to meet Sachi in the morning slip away. The fact that it put a stop to my habit of being late is just a nice side effect. Oh, my. Thought she was going to pry into my school life, but the mail seems to have caught her attention first. Scans the envelopes, eventually stops on one, separated from the others. She reads it, and after a moment finally sighs. What's wrong? I want tickets to a private showing of a new movie, but it's on the same day that we plan to visit from your father's relatives, so I can't go. Private showing? You really hit it big. Oh, I do enter a lot of these kinds of drawings. Filling out entries to those prize lotteries is my mom's hobby. She systematically scans the web and fills out every one she can find. She actually wins quite a few of those private showings, so my dad and I accompany her to them pretty often. You said you have plans for that day. What is it? You usually do everything you can to go to those. It's a Sunday afternoon. Those sneak peeks are usually on weekday nights, but not many people go on Sundays. Hey, could I have those tickets, since you and Dad can't go? Sure, I don't mind. I don't know if the movie's good or not, but I still don't want to waste the tickets. Great, thanks. And that's how I got them yesterday. Lunchtime, as I eat with Tomo Akemi, I show them the tickets for the private showing that I got from my mom. Wow! I've never heard of that movie, but it looks fun! Akemi's practically squealing with delight if she looks over the tickets. Oh. So now the answer to the question of which of us to invite is neither, I'm guessing. Good guess, Tomo. No way he did say that. I guess, Akemi. What the heck? I totally thought you were going with where you were going with this, but you're not taking us. Meanie, I want to see the movie too. Sorry, I've only got 2 tickets. If I invite one of you, that means I have to leave the other of you behind. So he's going to invite you-know-who instead. I know who! Oh! Sachi-chan! Sachi-chan. Yes, what do you think? What do we think? They're your tickets. And besides, you're the one who knows the relationship with her best. Whatever. Sure, go ahead and invite her. Well, I've never hung up with a girl outside of school. I'm a little nervous. Hello! What about the trip we took together on the last holiday? You're a poor replacement for a girl. What's that supposed to mean? No, what I mean is that whenever we meet, Tomo's always there as well. Well, yeah, I guess that's true. I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but you're the one she knows best. We can't really give you much advice, but if you coerce her into going, she's never going to be comfortable around you again. If you plan to accompany her, that should be enough to convince her, right? Yeah, you're probably right. I guess you should actually find out where we're going first, though, huh? Man, I guess it does make the most sense for you to take Sachi instead of us. I feel like I'm missing out. I still feel like I'm missing out, though. Well, if Sachi ends up rejecting me, I'll hand the tickets off to you two, since at that point, I wouldn't know what to do with them anyway. Huh? You sure? But you could go alone if you wanted, couldn't you? Maybe. But do I want to go alone? Besides, these tickets are in my mom's name. If one of the people try to use them isn't female, they might not accept them at all. Anyway, that's all moot if Sachi agrees to come. I can't make the decision for you now that I have a stake in it. Do I want to see the movie, or do I want to see the day when I finally meet Sachi and I come sooner? I guess either would be good. What about you, Tomo? If you do hand the tickets off to us, that means I have to spend a day with Akemi, which is a pretty tiring prospect. Then again, I can't exactly refuse your generosity. I am free that day, and going to a movie might be a worthwhile diversion. Wow, I didn't realize you were excited to go on a date with me, Tomo. Look, I'll do it, but do you know how much energy it takes the average human to keep up with you? And to keep talking. I think they've already forgotten about what has to happen before they get the tickets. Thanks for the input, guys. Anyway, I'm done with my lunch, so I'm going to hurry up and go find Sachi. I then end up and head to the stairway. Oh, Mamoru-senpai. What's up? Sachi is, yet again, sitting at the same place, the same way as when I first met her. I've been coming by day after day, and each time I leave, it seems like she's a little brighter. It's comforting. Hey, are you doing anything this Sunday? I get right to the point, sitting down in my usual spot. Sunday? No, I don't have any plans. Why do you ask? Well, my mom won one of the sneak peeks for a new movie, but she can't go to it. She gave me the tickets. There's only 2, so I wasn't sure what to do with them at first. But... What? A movie? With me? Don't you have any other friends you could invite? It's not that I don't, but I don't have enough tickets for both of them. If you refused, I was just going to give the tickets to them, but I'm asking if you want to go first. Yes, of course. Oh, but the movie theater is far away, isn't it? Yeah, but we can just take the train. A train. Can't we? Or did you not want to travel too far? No, it's not that. Just, if we take the train, we have to pay for tickets. Doesn't your aunt give you an allowance or something? Not really. I've never asked for it. Are you and your aunt on bad terms? I don't think she really likes me that much, though, to be honest, I'm not really sure. You don't know? Don't you live with her? Couldn't you ask other family members or something? No, that's fine. My family, my mom got sick and died many years ago. As for my dad, I was told he left when I was very young. Your mom? Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. It's been a long time since then. Well, what about your dad? You say he left? No one has ever told me what happened, but he probably left because of me. I think he must have left right after I was born. I don't have any memory of him. Sachi's eyes seems to dim when she tells me this. I suppose she wouldn't really remember if she was that young when he left. But I could see a little glimmer of sadness in her eye when she admitted it. My mom didn't abandon me, though. She did her very best to raise me alone. She was a very kind mother. It was probably too much for one person to handle, though. It took too much of a toll on her body, and after that... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be so depressing. No, I brought it up, and I'm the one who should be apologizing. So after that, your aunt took custody of you. Yes, that's right. Aunt Mayumi seemed to be really close to my mom. Before she died, my mom told Mayumi that she was counting on her to take care of me, and that's why she adopted me. I'm sure my aunt hates me. She just hasn't said anything. She probably blames me for unhappiness and the death of her beloved sister. Must not like your aunt very much. No, that's not it. I'm grateful to her for taking care of me. I just don't want to be a nuisance to her. It wouldn't be right for me to ask her for something as selfish as spending money. I see. Thanks for telling me that. I've never had anyone to talk to before, so thank you for listening to me. But you know, I really do want to hang out with you, if you want. I can pay for the train ride and stuff. I don't mind at all. No, I couldn't. I want to hang out with you too, but I have to ask Mayumi if I can first. But if you have to pay for me, we should just not go. I don't want to be a nuisance to you any more than my aunt. I don't know about your aunt, but you're not being a nuisance to me at all. But, there's no rush. Why don't you decide after you've asked her? Yeah, alright. I'd do the same thing. If I had money, and I had a girl like this, I'd say, pfft, you don't have to pay. I'll pay for everything because I'm awesome. By the way, since we have to go all the way to the next town just to get to the movie theater, why don't we go get there early so we can just wander around a bit? Movie starts in the afternoon so we can get lunch or something. Okay, I suddenly feel very nervous. Come on, this isn't some huge event. We're just going to have a little fun. Listen up. I'll try. There you go. Oh, that reminds me. Do you have a cell phone? We could exchange numbers before we forget. It'll be useful in case we want to get in touch later on. Oh, yes, I carry one in case of emergencies. You guys, yes, we're going to get her phone number. Yes! The cell phone Sachi takes out is ancient, but she fumbles with it awkwardly. It's really plain too. Not a single sticker or anything, not even one of those silly straps. How do I do this? I think you have to press this. She must not use it much. In fact, it looks like she barely knows how to use it at all. I guess that worked. Thank you. Come to think of it, what's the movie about? Oh, right. I should have told you before. It's some movie from Germany. Because Germany doesn't look like it's some huge adventure. More like a drama, I guess. Though the story is pretty light, so maybe it's more like a comedy. I take the flyer that came with the tickets out of my pocket. It's so Sachi. Oh, that looks interesting. I've never seen it, so I can't tell you if it's interesting or not. Even going to a movie theater is exciting. I've only ever seen movies on TV. Well, private showing isn't something you can just go to anytime. It's not a regular movie theater, and after it's over, you have to fill up a simple questionnaire. That sounds exciting. I'm glad you think so, then. Man. The bell chimes as lunch period ends. Oops. Looks like we need to get going. Ask my aunt about the movie when I get home. Alright, great. See you later. Next day, I've got a lot in my mind as I'm walking to school along the road Sachi always takes. Hopefully Sachi talked to her aunt about coming to hang out with me. Wonder what her aunt will say. Sachi doesn't seem to think she likes her very much. Sachi's covered in wounds, but her aunt doesn't seem concerned about it in the slightest when I met her. Maybe Sachi's right. Actually, I did kind of get that impression. She seemed really cold. Although I can't really judge her based on the tiny amount of contact I've had with her. So I don't know if that's really how she is. If her aunt didn't say it was okay, Sachi will naturally refuse, but I still want to take her out even if I have to force her to let me pay for a train ticket. Her family isn't supporting her, and that's all the more reason for me to do so. Moldy scenes over as I walk, staring at the passing pavement beneath me without looking up. Good morning, Mamoru-senpai. I look up to see Sachi standing before me. Oh, good morning, Sachi. Something wrong? Nothing. I wasn't looking where I was going. So you surprised me. Sorry. I'm used to having to catch up with her. This is the first time I've heard a call from behind me. She seems happy to see me. I was wondering if I see you while I was walking. Aunt said it was okay for me to spend the day with you, senpai. She even said she'd pay for the train and lunch. Really? That's great. Yes. I was preparing for the worst. This looks unexpected. I'm looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, me too. Speaking of which, I heard the movie's actually based off of some German novel. We continued chatting about the movie, what we'll do that day, and other little things until we arrive at school. Sachi seems to be more excited about this than I thought she would be. She doesn't even know that much about the town we're headed to. Because awesomeness. Sunday, the day I'm going out with Sachi. We decided I would meet her at her house instead. since it's so close to my own. I've had some time to spare, so I arrived at Sachi house a little earlier than we discussed. Don't mind waiting if she still needs to get ready. I ring the doorbell. While I hear soft footsteps approaching shortly before the front door opens. It's Rod. Oh snap! However, standing before me is not Sachi, but her aunt Mayumi. It's not like I wasn't kind of expecting this, but I'm surprised nonetheless. My body goes rigid. Good morning. I'm here to meet Sachi. Good morning, Maru-kun. I've heard all about it. Feels like Mayumi is searching me for something with her icy gaze. Good morning, senpai. You're here early? Sure enough, Sachi appears behind Mayumi. It seems like she's ready to go. She looks between Mayumi and me with a troubled expression. I think Sachi is more surprised than I am that Mayumi answered the door. Mayumi's pays Sachi no mind. She stares at me and begins to speak. Movie ends in the evening, right? Once the movie is over, come right home, okay? Alright, we will. I wasn't planning on staying out that late anyway. But the warning look in her eyes is a little unsettling nonetheless. Right then, off you go. With that, Mayumi steps aside and lets Sachi out onto the street. Yes, goodbye. We got a good distance away from Sachi's house before we start speaking again. Sorry about that. Why are you apologizing? I mean, I was surprised, but it seems like she was just worried about you. She probably didn't want to deal with any trouble on my cause. Actually, I have no idea what she was thinking. Maybe Sachi's right after all. Whatever, forget about that. Let's get going. Yeah, sure. We're about to start heading in the direction of the station, but... What's wrong? Huh? What do you mean? I was so distracted by thinking about Mayumi I didn't notice Sachi's wearing casual clothes. This is the first time I've seen her in anything but that uniform. She wearing plain skirt and a worn-out hoodie. Sachi put her hood up and her head down as we started walking. Do you really have to walk that way? Huh? This is how I always do it. Do you not like it? No, it's really suspicious looking. I think it would be best if you took off the hood at least. It's suspicious looking? Yeah, when someone has their hood up and you can't see the face, you don't think that person is kind of suspicious? Oh, I see. This is how she always does it? I don't know what it's like for her, but still, when she's with me, I don't want her to act weird like that. We're supposed to be walking together, but I can't even see her face. Look, I know you usually don't try not to let people see you, but you're with me today, you know? No matter what happens, I'm right next to you. Okay, yeah, you're right. She's still anxious. We're still keeping her head down, but at least she seemed to have given up on the hood for now. Right, let's get going then, shall we? Okay. Right. When we come back, guys, more of this game, until then, leave a like, subscribe, because there's always room for more. See you in the next video. See ya.